How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the AbsoluteZeroesPodcast. I am your host, Josh. It has been one hell of a weekend. And by one hell of a weekend, I mean it's been one hell of a weekend. So, this episode, we're going to be talking about Sanjapan. And that is San Antonio's premier anime convention. So, with me tonight, we have my main man, Alessandro. How you doing, buddy?
What up? I'm back on this. It's been a minute, but we're back.
Yes,
Or
sir.
I'm
Yes,
back.
sir. Yes, sir. You are. Also with us today, we have an amazing person. If you guys saw her around San Japan, you might recognize her as Brazilian Miku. She is Gladdy.
Hello.
Awesome. It is lovely to have you on. I know you've been around the scene in the anime community, and yeah, it's nice having you on for once. So
You can ask. You've never asked me before.
Excuse me, I didn't think you were gonna be interested.
I love it. I love yapping about stuff. Especially if it's about a con. Yeah.
I know. And before we actually get into San Japan, small bit of housekeeping, a little bit of an announcement. I want to let everyone who is watching this know that if you guys are into anime, if you guys are into manga, just all that jazz, we will be bringing back our Otaku Corner panel, or our Otaku Corner podcast.
Close.
Yes, sir. We're doing.
You should have that be a panel, actually.
I know.
Write that down.
We are bringing back our Otaku Corner podcast for a monthly podcast. So that means we're going to be doing one episode a month, seeing as we are.
Oh my god, damn it. That means I can't come up. I gotta come up with only one excuse now? Hell yeah.
One excuse, boy, one excuse. Well, that and patch notes, which we got to get work on there.
Patch notes will be coming back soon, though.
Patch notes will be coming back soon for a second season, boy. But yeah, that's going to be that. That being said, Otaku Corner podcast is going to be returning. We're probably going to be starting back from ground zero, but it will be returning in like next month or two. So be on the lookout for that.
Come listen to us yap about anime instead of pop culture. Anime now.
Just talk about weeaboo and titty shits.
The best. That's all there is. Yeah.
All there needs to be. San Japan was Labor Day weekend, and it was a time. Now, to be fair, these are our personal and just honest reviews, honest opinions, having been to San Japan since 2019. So, if you guys want to, just take it how you will. Just take it with a grain of salt. These are our own opinions, and but just to put it out there. Just to put it out there for everyone to hear, myself, Alessandro, our crew here at Zero Zeros,
and me.
I mean,
we're saying like our collected opinion.
Our collective opinion.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, you give it a higher rating, but just.
I mean, but I still have some complaints. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, yeah.
I just want to hear if y'all's complaints are the same as mine, or not even complaints, just things that weren't the best. You know?
No, yeah. I'm just saying that myself, Alessandro, our crew here at Zero Zeros, attending the con, we didn't really care for it this year. We thought it could have been a lot better, and there could have been a lot more done to actually improve the con. So that being said, Gladdy, what are some of your positives about this? So how did you get into San Japan? Let's start with that.
How did I get into it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to school like down the street. I went to Our Lady of the Lake University in 2017 to 2021. It's like 5 minutes away. It's right off Commerce Street.
Yeah, it's right there.
No, it's literally right there. I saw my friends from college at that con. But my first year there, my friends were like, my roommate was like, "Hey, there's this con coming up. I'm gonna need you to help me host a panel." It was a My Hero panel. And that is how I got into San Japan. I helped with the My Hero panel. It was like a My Hero murder mystery. I don't know. You said you only came in 2019, right?
Yeah, we started coming in
Yeah.
2019.
Okay. So y'all barely missed it. So in 2017 we did that panel, and every year after that I've gone except for during COVID, and then last year I missed 2023, but I went 2022, 2019, and then before that, and then I went this year. So that's how I got into it.
Nice. Yeah, we were just
2019.
2019. We were just shopping around for new anime conventions. Just like, oh hey, this sounds interesting.
And it's right there.
I've heard of this. Yeah, it's
So we
it's
tried.
right there.
And it's funny because we almost didn't go 2019. Because I lost my job the weekend before.
Oh, fuck.
But it worked out because it was like I had a little bit of a check, so we just said, you know what, let's just do it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basic mentality.
Yeah.
So we went there, hosted the panels. We got
caused fire hazards.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You had the firefighters come in and be like, "Yeah, you can't have this many people in here. You gotta go."
Yeah.
Now without a strip show.
Yeah, they're like, y'all have way too many people just waiting
Yeah.
in line. We need to do something about this, and we're like, well,
what can we do?
Yeah, that's
Put
really
us
what
in
we
a
were like.
bigger room.
We're like, how's that our fault that people want to come see our stuff?
Yeah.
And then I think we also got in trouble with someone that year.
I got in trouble. I've gotten in trouble almost every year at San Japan. It's totally fine.
It was someone with like the staff. Like we got there late to check in because I worked that day, like at a new job, and they're like, you can't take the day, but we give you a half day. So we got up there like after panelist check in, because like I got off work and then we stopped for food and it was like late, and we were like, dude, like,
We was tired as fuck.
Yeah,
No,
and I think we were all like,
exhausting.
Yeah. And I remember we were like, if anything, if you pull our panels, whatever, we'll just enjoy a weekend in San Antonio. We already paid for the hotel.
Exactly. Y'all got the passes. Y'all are good.
Yeah. But then we just ended up causing the fire hazard, so that we decided, all right, this is cool. We packed out this room. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get it next year.
And we got it.
We just kept going. This is the first year we've never done panels for.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when I saw y'all. I thought, hey, and that's why the first thing I said was, "What panel are y'all hosting?" So I can go.
Every single one of them.
That's usually what a lot of people ask us because we have a somewhat of a familiar face and name. There were a few times where when we were at the Iki booth, like where I was at the Iki booth. Standing, just hanging out, I got asked, "Hey, what panel are you guys doing this weekend?" And I'd be like, "Nothing, dog. We're just chilling."
Nothing this time, yeah. And I was like, "Oh, that's surprising." Like,
I know it was really weird.
And I want to preface this as to saying we are never expected to be hosting panels. Any con, never expected. We just really hope that we do.
Yeah,
because
I mean, y'all are big. Like y'all's panels are fun, and like I actually enjoy going to them. I think every con that y'all have been at, I've always enjoyed at least one of y'all's panels. It's great.
That's nice to say.
So,
I do.
So when we got the thing saying like no, we were like, oh, like it was like it wasn't even like we were like, oh, we were just like, oh, sadness.
You're like confused a little bit too.
We were very confuzzled.
Yeah, because like I looked at the panels that were there, and I'm like, what is happening?
I know it was a year for mainly guests and New Blood, which is awesome. New Blood is always wanted. There's always New Blood is wanted because, like, it happens. Because, we're getting older. We're gonna do this as long as we can, but it's gonna become to a certain point where, like, I don't have the energy to do a full weekend.
Yeah. And then y'all were doing, like, multiple panels, too, not just one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always fun for New Blood. But, like...
Just looking at the schedule for the weekend, what?
There was a lot of stuff that was kind of like cool. Like I think me and Josh like sat here on the call and looked at the schedule, and we went, "Oh, that's Homeboy's panel." And then we looked at it and we're like, "Oh wait, no, that's not Homeboy's panel." And they were like, "Oh, but that's that person's panel." We're like, "Nope, it's not that person either." Like, there's a lot of staples when it comes to the South Texas area that were not there this year.
Yeah,
like really H or not H wasn't there.
What about Pixelation?
Pixelation wasn't there.
Pixelation wasn't, but he had
He
like
usually
prior.
is.
Yes,
Right.
but
Okay.
he had asked to be put waitlist because he lost his job, didn't know if he was going to be working, and he just got a new job now that he's still
Okay.
new with. So like he
That's
asked to be
understandable.
waitlisted.
Well, see, like I remember all of these panelists because I've gone to this con a lot. I see y'all every year, so I'm like, I didn't recognize anybody in the
Yeah.
panelists today or the last weekend.
And on the schedule, there are a lot of panels that are very similar to panels that
That
either we
You
or
host
other
or a
people
homie
have
host,
done.
yeah.
it's literally every year it's like a copy of a copy of a copy where they just tweak the name a little bit, but like you read the description and it's the exact same thing.
Like,
Yeah.
nah,
And
bitch, we the
that's
original.
right, and that's why I got out of running panels because like back when My Hero boomed and stuff, like I was running I wasn't running just by myself. I was helping run like the My Hero Murder Mysteries and then the My Hero like interactive panel. We did a Doki Doki interactive panel at San Japan in like 2018, I think. So I'm like, it's copy of a copy of a copy. I got out of it. I can't.
And that's what happens. It's gonna happen.
And that's fine. Yeah, and I salute y'all for dealing with that and just having to persevere and just keep going because it's really hard to pump out original content, especially in the anime community.
Definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, the panel schedule for this San Japan was definitely lacking
It
in
was. I didn't like the panels at all.
in entertainment. Like
Yeah.
there were a couple that sounded interesting, but they were
What was it?
they were either relegated to early Friday or late Sunday.
Literally
Yeah.
early Friday, and like I didn't get to the
There's
con till
one.
like Friday night. Yeah.
There's one that it goes like something Zumba, and I go, dog, that sounds fun as fuck. But man, it was like anime Zumba. I was like,
Anime
regular,
Zumba, yeah.
yeah, I was like, regular Zumba is hardcore, like
It is. They be
anime,
moving.
but anime Zumba, like I would love to go see that because that sounds dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you get, I mean, you have like chainsaw man, you just have some crazy opening because you're just like, what the hell, like
And you just
the
they be
EMT, yeah, EMT needs to be on standby. I think they had like an anime loteria, and I was like, yo,
Okay, see
that
that sounds lit.
yeah. And then there's others where it was like the intro into this, and I go,
Uh,
is there a community for that? Like I'm not
well,
like
right. But like
Like
I hear yeah.
there are some informational panels that do really well. I think our friend uh, Sam does some pretty good informational panels, but there are others that just either fall flat or are just shy
Mhm.
of perfect.
Yeah.
And
Like there's
honestly,
room for improvement.
yeah, and honestly, first try panels aren't gonna be great.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest. First try panels are always not gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
That's where improvement comes in the form of next year or then the year after that.
Or a whole different con in general too to see
Or a whole
you
different
get
con.
a lot of different crowd because you know that's also the thing where if you have a panel at a specific con you probably are not finding or collecting the right crowd for it, which is
Mhm.
why you branch out and it goes
I,
from there.
I saw one panel that was on indie horror, and now that
Ooh.
sounds interesting. I don't think that this
Yeah.
year at San Japan was
No.
a good fit for that. I think some sort
No.
of horror convention would
Yeah.
be great
Is
for
that
that.
Kawaii Con? Kawaii means scared.
Maybe I know there are a ton of horror cons in
Texas.
Texas,
Yeah.
so that would be great for
Mhm.
something like that.
Do you, I don't think you would know, but I think the indie was it indie horror shows or games? Because I feel like I've been to that panel
I
before.
think it was games.
Okay. That panel was actually very fun. Like fun for me because I like horror games and stuff like that. But again, like you need to know your crowd per convention.
Oh,
I don't think
absolutely.
San Japan would be the con to have an indie horror game. You know, like that might be like Anime Fest because that is Anime Fest slash Game Fest, which RIP Anime Fest had their last run
Yeah.
a month ago. But
the panel schedule this year was definitely
Oh
definitely lacking
Yeah.
in the especially Saturday, which is
The
the
biggest day.
biggest
Your
day.
prime day, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
look, I'm gonna put like I think Josh made a few posts, and one of them was like, "Oh, hey, we didn't have that much." I don't care who you think you are. You can only walk Artist Alley and Dealers Hall so many times in a day
I
before you just don't do anything.
before you get
that
tired, yeah.
and that's all we did Friday and Saturday.
No, that's literally all I did too. I think I
Literally,
went to
all we
one
did.
panel.
This is what our Friday was: show up,
Yeah.
grab badges, say
Hmm.
hello to our Ikikon homies because they were
Right.
there.
Of
I
course.
went to a Mortal Kombat tournament, and the guys literally just sat in the same room with me, and then we left.
Was that at the big room? Because I was there for the Street Fighter tournament.
Yeah, and then
Okay, okay, yeah,
Saturday
yeah,
we showed up, said hello to the Ikikon homies,
yeah.
walked around, looked at stuff, played the indie games, like the indie game area, like the people that are creating their games.
Yeah.
Said goodbye to our Ikikon homies, and then left.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I only gave Sanjapan such a high rating because I saw a lot of my mutuals and a lot of friends. Because I hadn't been back to San Antonio in like a couple of years because I missed last year. And then, COVID happened, so I couldn't really travel. But yeah, I gave San Japan a 6 because my friends are what really made the con, and like seeing y'all, like I love running into y'all and I love helping y'all. That's why immediately I was like, hey, y'all need help? Y'all have a panel? Y'all need help? I'm here, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever. But yeah, no, oops, none of the panels really stuck out. I popped into one about voice acting for a little bit, and like those panels are always fun because it's helping up and coming people like try and find a hobby to get into, and like maybe there's an up and coming voice actor, who knows. But other than that, yeah, I walked around the dealer's room, walked around the artist alley. They closed the dealer's room at like 7 Saturday or something, I don't know. And I heard from friends that everything was insanely expensive in there anyways, so I didn't even want to bother looking if it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to buy like a plushie or something. So
It was definitely very expensive.
no,
Like,
yeah, everyone's
yeah. This
telling me
year
like,
felt.
yeah, it was so expensive. Yeah.
there was
This year felt
we had
expensive.
we have a friend who was trying to buy what was she trying to buy Al
Oh,
Gengar.
yeah.
Well, if it's a plush, I heard the plushies were insane.
Okay, so our friend
Mhm.
was trying to buy a Gengar plush.
Mhm.
Online, it's right now. I think they checked like Sunday night. It was like $75.
Yeah.
No,
That the
I thought it was something like $40.
No, it wasn't that cheap. I remember. I think it went down Monday. It went down to even $40 actually. Yeah, but online it was like 75 to 100. The
Yeah.
guy at the convention was selling it for like 220. He was
That's
like
what I'm saying.
220.
200. Like I feel like that's very exploitative.
Yeah,
It's
Like,
it's very price gougy and
but like not all
not cool.
weebs. Yeah, but like people think like, oh, if you're into anime, you're into cosplay, you have money. I'm not made of money. This is a hobby. This
Like,
is
oh, this is San
people
Japan. This is the
yeah.
biggest. This is one of the
people,
biggest
people see me buying
conventions.
manga and shit, think I'm rich. No, I'm
No,
financially irresponsible.
exactly. One manga will make or break me, brother.
Ain't that for real? He says with a shit ton of manga right behind him.
Right
Yeah, same.
with my bookshelf.
No, literally. During COVID,
Mhm.
I cashed one of my stimulus checks, which was a little over $400 for an
Okay.
entirety of manga.
Yeah. No, I think I spent mine on I think this computer.
Not bad.
I
Not
bought a
bad.
gaming PC.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's because I got two. I got two stimulus checks. I didn't know I was even getting one, so the first one was fine. The second one, I said, "Yeah, this is going to a computer."
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
but like
Uh,
truly, I think if Ikikon had not been there,
Yeah.
we would have not stayed as long as we did each day.
No, yeah, I was gonna say.
no, yeah, we got there super late on both days and left super early both days.
Yeah.
I think we stayed. The latest we stayed was maybe 5 or
8 o'clock.
6.
No, there's one
Damn.
day where we left like at 8. Like Saturday, we left like around. Oh no,
No, it was
like
Friday.
no, yeah, Friday we left like around 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's around the time I got there. I didn't get to San Antonio till like 8 o'clock. Picked up badges, walked around, hung out, and then that's it. Saturday, same thing. Literally walked around, peeked my head into a panel, briefly watched the Street Fighter 6 whatever championship going on. And then that was it. Literally, I don't remember anything that stood out, especially besides like cosplay at Sanjapan. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
something of the con itself, not of the attendees. You know.
Cosplays this year were phenomenal. I will
Oh,
say.
they were great. I from the other cons I've gone to, this really felt like a convention, which is why I gave it such a high rating because the other cons I went to, there was no cosplay. I went to Colossal Con. It's Colossal Con. It's at a water park. There was no cosplay though, so
Yeah.
it felt very refreshing to see. I don't know if y'all saw the Kenpachi Zaraki cosplayer who had the
Yes,
big ass
I did.
sword and he had it on the little scooter. That was so sick. I love Bleach. I was so happy. Like that was such a cool cosplay.
Did you see the HEB Chainsaw Man?
Yes. And
It's so great.
I saw like Whataburger Miku and then
Saw Whataburger
Armor.
Miku and Whataburger
the Knight.
Mando.
Yeah. Those are just so cool.
Yeah, cosplay was definitely off the chain
No,
with
literally.
this year.
On point.
Oh yeah.
Definitely on point. I want to know what the cosplay contest looked like because
there were
all
some
these
hard
cosplays.
hitters. Yeah, there were some hard hitters. There was a summertime Miku 2023, like swimsuit Miku. Her hair was sculpted. It looked like a helmet. It was so cool. But I don't know. I just know for sure she was in the competition because she told me. But I don't know any of the other contendants.
Other than just hanging out with friends and
Exactly.
just chilling. I didn't really have that fun of a time. Like honestly, I wasted $100 on a ticket on a badge.
I only bought Saturday because of that reason.
I
only bought
was
Saturday.
mad. I was mad they didn't have Friday and Saturdays
Yeah.
as one. I think they only had like
Saturday and Sunday, which is stupid.
Who wants to go to Sunday? Who wants
That,
to only go to Saturday and Sunday?
that's why I only bought Saturdays, and like even then, they weren't looking that closely. You could just walk in.
Yeah.
I'm not
honestly.
saying you should, but I'm saying I definitely saw some people in there that didn't have a pass. I bought mine. Mine's is on the floor right here.
Yeah. That being said, the first initial badges that they gave out were really jank.
But really weird, yeah.
The credit
Well, it
cards.
was like they were meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were flimsy. Yeah.
Well, they also told people like, hey, like come back later, come get your real ones.
Yeah. At least they told y'all. That happened to me at WeebCon. I paid $250 for the plot armor pass, and they didn't even want to give me the pass. Like I had to beg them, and it was like it's like a metal pass too.
Damn.
I have it here somewhere. But I'm like $200, and I can't even get a pass.
Yeah.
It's like this.
No, and then I know some people were like, oh, like I remember I was like at the Iki booth and people saw it. They're like, wait, how'd you get the hard plastic one?
That's what I'm saying. They're being so stingy. Like, bro.
No, it was just like the timing. I was like, I think they just switched over to the hard plastic.
Oh, okay.
You go back to registration now, you can get it. And I think Josh and them actually went to registration and got their hard plastic ones.
Okay.
Yeah, we got ours. It's just really weird that they have them like hours after opening on Friday. Why didn't you guys have them?
They didn't get there. They weren't there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying why didn't they have them the day of?
Yeah, like they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's just
they
weird.
Well, they even had early badge pickup Thursday, so that still doesn't excuse them. Because people can pick up their badges Thursday night.
Mm-hmm. They've got an entire year to get this done. Like, what happened?
And it's taking until the last minute, and like people to bitch and moan
over
about
the
it.
last minute.
Literally.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was really weird. But honestly, the official badge that we got, the hard plastic one, actually looks really good. I do like the design.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's sideways though. I feel like I'm presenting credential.
Yeah. It's a badge.
Weird. Yeah, sideways looks weird.
Because it's the
I do
same
like.
size as if it was long ways. It's the same size. So
Yeah. So what was the
I'm guessing
point?
I'm guessing it was maybe because of the art, but
It
Yeah.
could have been the art, which was great.
yeah.
That being said, the art, the theme of the year, the theme of this year's San Japan was
Quinceañera.
15 years old. Being 15 years old, it's the quinceañera. It's their 15th year operating. You didn't get that quinceañera vibe from
Yeah.
the con.
Wait, I have a okay. Did
All
y'all
right.
see the girls in the quinceañera dresses? There were
Yeah.
like two. Okay.
I did.
Continue. There was a red one and I think a white one.
All right. All right.
Yeah, and they looked great.
No, the dresses looked amazing.
But here's the thing, our buddy Alex, right?
Mhm.
This was his first con.
Yeah.
And he's new to Texas. Um, he literally thought the reason they had churros and the little aguas was because it's just San Antonio, Texas, not because it's the 15th year of quinceañera. He goes, "Oh, I didn't get that. I thought it was just because I'm in San Antonio, Texas." And I go, "No, it's because they were doing that." And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go on a little tangent, right? It looks like I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm thinking they have new staff because their new social media. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a different social media person. It's the same person we know. But the whoever's in charge of their social media now is kind of like rude a little bit.
Yeah.
Josh commented was like, "Why not just say music?" And they're like, "Well, if we do
That was
music,
that's comment on next year's theme
theme."
being sound.
Yeah." And so
Yeah.
Josh goes, "Why not just do music?" And they're like, "Oh, well, if we do music, people will think they're coming to a music festival." No, the fuck they wouldn't.
If
No,
they're
they
coming to
wouldn't.
San Japan, they already know what the fuck San Japan is.
Yeah, if
San
I
Japan has a theme every year. Get it together.
yeah, like I'm not gonna go. Oh, the theme is music.
Oh, it's only gonna
That
be
means
music.
that means I'm going. I should get EDM gear and go because. And if you're so set on the way they phrased it, I can't remember the comment exactly. The way they phrased it, it seems like they're very set on the theme. Well, this year was Skeetsa. Then there should have been a mandatory dress code of
Yeah, there
suits
should
and
have been.
ties,
Mhm.
boots,
Yeah.
and Keatsa dresses.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know
your
what else?
cosplays had to be around all of that.
You know what else? Being with the quinceañera, San Antonio, Mexican culture, they should have had some Spanish and Mexican voice actors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're so set on the oh well, this is a theme, then okay, then I want, and then I should have seen more Quince dresses. I should have seen chambalanes. I should have walked into the
No,
building.
you should have seen the big. Yeah, you should have seen.
I should have.
like,
I should have walked into the building,
yeah,
and I should have seen mariachis.
that's what I'm saying. You should have
Yes,
seen
the mariachis.
They should have welcomed you in with mariachi at that point. Like,
Should be
I
like,
wanna be
hey,
so-
whose birthday is it?
Yeah, I should have felt like I was at a party.
yeah,
Absolutely, staying up till
If you're
3
so,
a.m.
if you're
sleeping on a chair.
so intact of oh, this is the theme,
yeah.
I should have felt okay. I'm at a quinceañera.
But my thing is like the previous themes don't even like
I don't.
have
I-
that much involvement in the con because like they had a horror theme.
No,
I think-
absolutely.
Yeah, they had a horror theme. They had the sports theme. And like no one even really catered to the theme.
No one
you
cares about
know
themes.
exactly.
The themes are
It's
for them to
very
be
a
like,
few
oh, look at
people.
us, we're special, and look, we're gonna sell you this T-shirt that says.
But it's
this.
nothing crazy because
No,
literally
yeah.
no one follows the theme. So what's
Seriously.
the fuck? Because there was a magical girl theme a couple years ago before that, and like no one did magical. Like there was Sailor Moon, yeah, but that was literally it. That was the only magical girl I saw, and like maybe Madoka Magica. That's literally it.
No, yeah, seriously. In all honesty, I don't see the point of themes if they're not
I don't either.
actually if they're not strictly adhering to themes
Yeah.
the themes, there's absolutely
no
no
point.
point.
Right.
Like
If-
I
if you
will
don't follow
absolutely
them.
be I will absolutely be all board with next year's theme of sound,
Oh
quote
yeah,
unquote music.
Miku.
Music if there are an abundance of music themed panels.
Music. Right. And that's what makes sense. The theme, if the theme can cross over to the panels, that would be cool because then you would be catering to the audience. People will want to come to this con for this specific theme. But if
Yeah.
this specific theme doesn't do anything, what's the point?
Exactly.
So, But yeah, I agree with everything y'all are saying because I didn't even think about. I didn't even know what the theme was this year. To be
A
honest,
lot of people did it.
I didn't know.
A lot of people did it. Even on Facebook, a lot of people were saying,
Yeah,
"What even was the theme this
right.
year? I didn't even
Exactly.
see that."
Like I remember all the previous ones because those were cool and I actively participated in them. But this year I had no clue.
Yeah, yeah, it's really weird and kind of unnecessary at this point. But
Oh yeah.
we'll just see how next year goes
Hmm.
with that. I don't know. It's really weird. We talked a little about positives, a little negatives. Let's go deeper into the negatives. Gladdy, what were some of the big negatives that you took away from this year at San Japan?
Okay. First off, the maps were dog shit. Um, I I caught myself. I was on like the third floor. I was staring at the same map for 20 minutes trying to figure out where the like the fighting game stuff was held. And like I kept asking staff. Well, the thing, okay, not only that, the staff members, no one had shirts, really. I didn't know they were purple until like Saturday night because they said staff across the back. And I kept at like the people at the booths or whatever. I'm like, hey, where's this? They're like, oh, I don't know. And they're staff, and I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing here? Like, if you can't help me, what are you doing here? Like, if I have to ask 5 or 6 people, hey, where's this? And I still cannot find it, and no one is giving me directions. The maps suck. Like, I don't know. It was very hard navigating. So that's my first complaint. The second complaint is that I could not find staff. Um, the only way I found staff was one of them wanted a picture with me as Brazilian Miku, and they posted it in the San Japan staff Discord. So I'm like, that's cool and all, but like I was lost as hell 2 hours ago, and no one could help me. And I kept asking like, hey, do they have anything on them? Like, do they have a staff shirt? And they're like, oh, they have a staff pass, but like, what do I look like walking up to someone in their face, looking at their badge, and like, hey, are you staff? I need help. Help me. That's stupid. Because like, not a lot of people had a staff shirt on, so I don't know who to ask for help.
I think the point of staff is very fair because I didn't see a lot of staff
I didn't see it.
either days, Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I know they were around, but
Yeah.
there were more blue shirts than
See,
than
they were
anything.
in dark purple for me because they were in the arcade area by the DDR machine because I was
Mhm.
playing DDR, and a staff member walked up to me, and I was like, "Oh, here's staff. Where's the video game place?" He's like, "Oh, it's on the third floor," and I'm like, "Okay, but where?
Yeah.
Where on the third floor, bro? Please."
It took us a minute to find the video place, but that's because we're dumb.
Exactly,
No,
because
that's because we're dumb. No, we knew
no,
where to
it's
go.
because it's
We're
in a
just
back
dumb.
corner.
We got up there and we're like, let's go that way. And we were just
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
No,
Maybe I was dumb too, but I literally went in like 3 circles, upstairs and downstairs, and I could not find it. It was tucked away because it's like when you go up that escalator, you don't
You're
think
supposed to
to
turn
go
right
behind
immediately.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't think
yeah,
to go behind you. I go forward and then I
no,
loop around, but it doesn't connect on the other side
we're
like the other
basically
floors do.
we're basically sharks. We just go forward. We don't go
Literally.
back.
So again, maybe I'm stupid, but every time I asked whoever
No,
was staff,
we are just stupid.
yeah,
No, yeah, I think the point about staff is that there is staff and there's also volunteers and contract workers
yeah,
there.
and I don't know who's who.
Yeah, they needed better like shirts or just descriptors
Because
about
I
them.
didn't even know that they were in blue shirts. I only saw the purple shirts that had literally staff written across the back of it. That's it.
Mhm.
And it was like 4 people.
Yeah, yeah, it's really weird. And
Mhm.
San Japan, did see a comment San Japan wrote about that, saying that they'll be contacting the group that they hired for that and just
Mhm.
ironing out better details for
Oh
next
yeah.
year. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully that works out
Fingers
better.
crossed.
I
But
don't
what
know.
are y'all's complaints?
Alessandro, let's start with you.
Yeah. I know
Uh,
you're holding it in.
my complaints, dude. Honestly, like, it's not many, but the staff thing really, yeah. Because like, here's the thing.
No, I thought I was crazy. But yeah, continue.
Staff is very important in econ.
Mhm.
I need to know that if anything goes wrong,
Mhm.
I can look to my left and right and
And find
see
somebody.
a green, blue, yellow shirt and go, I need that person now.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just like I don't know. I really, like Josh said, it felt if it wasn't for really,
Icky.
if it really no, being trying to be funny. If it wasn't for the fact that Iki's there and Iki are our homies and we could talk with them and we were
Hmm.
talking about stuff, and it would have been boring. It would have been a waste of a trip.
Hmm.
Uh, luckily they were there. We talked, we hung out, we did some tabling for them because they are our friends and we love Ikicon to death.
Oh yeah.
But just like, also, oh, you know what? Here's my complaint. The Texas Gamer, whatever the hell it is, the people who are running their video game competition stuff, my thing started like 20-30 minutes late.
Oh yeah. The Street Fighter one started hours late, dude.
Ooh, damn.
It was supposed to start at like 3. It didn't start till like 4:30, almost 5.
Yeah,
Jesus
my
Yeah.
Christ.
one MK1 was supposed to start at 6. No,
Yeah.
5. So start at
On
5.
Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I go, hey, I'm here to check in. Is there any setups that I can use so I can lab some stuff and just get
Yeah, just practice.
my hands warm?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah, just find a PlayStation 5 that says MK1 on it and go for it. And I was like, all right, cool. Almost every game needed the disc in it.
Hmm.
And they were like, oh no, we're not giving out a disc until about 10 minutes before the tournament starts. What? What do you
So
mean?
how the hell am I supposed to practice? That don't
Just
make
get
sense.
good, son.
Get good. Yeah,
Like,
just free ball it.
and then, like, if you try to look on their website to just figure stuff out, it makes no sense.
No, and that's why I was so confused because I went to the arcade on the first floor where the cars are at. I went there because I'm like, okay, maybe the gaming competition is here. I couldn't find staff. I asked the VR people. The VR people were like, I don't know. You have to check in online, and I'm like, but I need a controller. I need a
Yeah,
controller from somebody, and I don't know who to get that from because you're all wearing regular clothes or cosplay. But
yep.
continue.
And then, so that starts late. And then I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out, like, how it's going to be played. And then we
Hmm.
start late on that. And then, like, I know it's a small event,
Hmm.
but they aren't having people watch the matches.
Yeah.
They're still all just sitting over there. So say me and 12 friends sign up, all 12 of us, and we just go, oh, let's just say this person won all of it. And then, boom, there we go. We just lie about it the whole way. There you go. That's some
Mhm.
free money for me.
No, yeah, the Street Fighter one had $1,000 on the line, and I'm like, bro, y'all are running this like an hour to an hour and a half late. That's crazy.
For
That
$1,000,
it,
Jesus.
it was 1,000. I didn't even know. Didn't know.
Yeah. Here's the thing, because you go online and you look, it says prize pools. It says this, and this, and pools up to this much, and you go, okay, cool, but I want a breakdown. I want to break down how much first
Yeah,
place is. I want to break down on second. I want to break
exactly.
down on third. But
Yeah,
all I see is you can win up to
it's
this.
just prize pool. What the fuck does that mean?
What does
Because
that
it
mean?
when I see prize pool, that means like, oh, first place gets like 500, second place gets 250, and then it boils down. You
Yeah.
know, but there was none of that. There was no organization with any of the FGC stuff, and that's what was frustrating me all day Saturday because it was worse.
And I really, really just stood at the EQ booth for so much time that I just don't have.
You
But I
really
was just,
did.
yeah, I was like, I want to talk to Mike. I want to talk to Chris. I want to talk to Hunter. I want to talk to the homies that are here.
Yeah, your friends. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
ended up,
might
you
as
ended
well
up
because there's
working
nothing
there
else
for a bit on
happening.
Saturday, too.
Yeah. And then, like, Saturday, we walked around, and
Hmm.
then Josh disappeared for like 2 hours because
Fair.
there was nothing to fucking do. Josh was like,
No, I
bye.
took a nap.
Like, literally, me and Chandler went to go get a drink. No, this is what happened. Me and Chandler went to go get a drink. We come back, and our buddy, my buddy Jason is there, and then our buddy Sam, and I go, does anyone know where Josh went? And both of them were like, no.
No.
And so we're like, okay. And then we just sent a text to our group chat being like, hey, Josh, heads up. This is where we are. And then he reappears like maybe like 2-3 hours later. We're like, oh, hey. And he's just back. He's like, so, y'all ready to
Wearing a
go?
fucking
We're like,
kimono.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
wearing a kimono.
he was
He's wearing a
pissed.
kimono and he's food hungry, which we all are at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so fucking hangry. I was so fucking hangry.
No.
And
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
it's
Continue.
because
Sorry.
we had really big breakfast, but
Mhm.
then it like wore off and we were all kind of just hungry. And Josh goes, can we leave? And I go, can we leave? I thought about it too. I
Can
was
we?
like
There's
it wasn't
nothing
even think
going
of
on.
no. Literally, it was thought of like, is there anything else we want to do? I mean, we'll
Fuck
talk to.
no.
We're like, we'll talk to these. We have these people's phone numbers. We're staying with half of those people that are at the Iki booth. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
and we paid for parking till like almost 10 o'clock because we really thought maybe we'll see some cool stuff and we'll stay there. No.
Oh yeah, a good thing parking where we parked was like $20, but
Yeah.
yeah,
See, that's why I didn't even want to bother parking. Not rented. I got a motel just for Saturday night,
mm,
just for a night. It was like $40. I just want to
Yeah.
leave my stuff somewhere. I just
Yeah.
I don't care because I just don't want to pay for parking. Like an Uber from the inn to the Henry B. Gonzalez was like $4 every time.
yeah, yeah.
I'd rather do that than pay for
Before
parking.
Josh says it, because I know he's going to say it, right? Oh, there's nothing to do. We're so bored. We went to Six Flags on Sunday. The plan was always to go to Six Flags on Sunday before we even just figured out that if we had
To go to
time or
San
not.
Japan, yeah,
Yeah.
The plan was, okay, Labor Day weekend, we're going to Six Flags weekend because we were
Yeah,
supposed
no
to go
matter
for
what.
the summer. So it's not the fact that we were bored and then Six Flags like we were. It's not like we were at home
No,
on
Six
Sunday.
Flags was already the plan.
It's not like we were sitting inside Hunter's house and we're like, Six Flags sounds fun right about now. And then
Right.
that was the plan from the first stop was we're going to Six Flags.
Rather than San Japan. San Japan is
And-
like if you can or not. You know?
And honestly, Six Flags was
A good
somehow
time.
more enjoyable than San Japan.
Oh man, it's
That's
almost
not
like we got on roller coasters or something. It's not like it's just,
Yeah, y'all had a thrilling experience.
I know, right? But no,
Oh,
I was
man.
gonna.
it was always the plan because I knew who was gonna make the joke. But the plan literally from like
Mhm.
2 months ago was to go to Six Flags because we were supposed to go over the summer. But I
And
was
y'all
just
never
so
went.
no. Josh can ask you my calendar for the month of end of May till
Just fucking
August
packed, huh?
was packed, girl.
That's
Like,
how I
Every
feel. My shit's
single
been packed.
weekend.
This was
like
this is my first time I've been free in like months.
look, I'll tell you. I'll tell you my calendar right now. May 31st, Zero to Heroes workshop was where we worked on stuff.
Yeah.
June was the first weekend of June, it was possible that we were going to go help at a con, but that fell through. So I had that weekend for free. I
Yeah.
was out of town in San Antonio for a thing I do every year with friends. Boom. Then the following weekend, I was with family doing like a family night thing. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
and then the end of June was Etchy. Boom. There's that week. Now, the first week of July 4th, I was off most of that week, family stuff, and then we went out to San Antonio, stayed with Hunter. Nothing for the week of the 13th because I was like, I need one weekend where I just rest and get ready for my
Just
fall.
chill. Yeah.
The weekend of July 18th through the 22nd, I was out of town in Vegas because it was my 25th. And then the following weekend was just rest and get ready for the school year.
Yeah.
My summers were packed.
No, it just sounds like you were just running around.
Oh, I was. My
Yeah.
mom would text me at the beginning of the week going, "Hey,
You
can I
good?
see you at some?" Yeah, no, literally, she'd be like, "Hey, you have time for dinner at some point this week?" And I'd go,
Maybe.
"Maybe."
I could squeeze you in. Let me look at my schedule.
Literally, that's what it was. Because even Josh would text me. He goes, "Hey, I have this plan. Do you have time for a call at this time?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Yes,"
Hmm.
because
Yeah, that
that's
was
just
like
how
at 2
insane it
a.m.
was for me.
No, I feel you on that aspect. I've been con hopping for like the last 2 months. We went to Colossal, San Japan, DreamCon.
Oh yeah, and
Etchy.
one of my weekends was taken up by DreamCon because a
Yeah.
friend texted me going, "Hey, I need, I have badges." And I go, "Oh, okay."
Fuck it. No, that's literally what my friend said. She was like, "Hey, I have an extra badge. Can you go?" She told me 3 days before. I said, "Fuck, I guess."
No, I know. I know. Al.
I texted,
Al hit, Al hit
I
me up
texted him going like
Yeah.
the day
2
of.
a.m. and I go, "Hey, are you busy today?" And he goes,
I don't
possibly. Why?
know.
What's up?" And I go, "Oh, I have tickets to
Fuck.
DreamCon. Would you like to join me?"
Uh-huh.
And he goes,
Fuck.
I can't." And I go, "Okay." So I texted another homeboy being like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I got a ticket to DreamCon. What's up? You want to come through? What's up?" And he goes, "Are you serious?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "You just have to drive us to and from. Like that's the only catch." And he goes, "Hell yeah, I'm on my way."
Wait, so you were at DreamCon?
I ran into you at DreamCon, girly.
Ah, fuck, dude, I was probably drunk.
It was like 12
What's
p.m.
new?
So if you
No,
were,
yeah,
damn.
I start drinking at 11, dude. The
Yeah.
people I'm with.
Oh, it
No,
was just a
that's why y'all caught
busy.
me at a good time during the San Japan because I didn't start drinking yet.
Yeah, because we have been trying to like go to a bunch of cons
Mhm.
to have some under our portfolios so that we can message cons being like, "Yo, look at this. Pay
Yeah.
us to be there."
Yeah,
You know, because that is somewhat the goal a little bit.
and they should be paying y'all. It shouldn't just be free passes, you know?
But that's kind of our goal is to be like, hey, we've been doing this and we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
Wait for
y'all
us
are
will
very
you give us a
proficient.
badge and a couch to sleep on? Like that's what we want.
That's
I mean,
all. That's
I mean
literally
that's what
and
happened
more.
with IkiCon last year.
We'll get ourselves up there. We'll feed
Mhm.
ourselves. Just give us
Yeah.
somewhere to sleep.
Literally, and that's why
Don't
they.
make us pay for a room.
Yes, and like I feel like that's the least cons should do because like y'all, they already have a contract with said hotel and
Yeah.
convention center.
Well,
Or both.
it's to a certain point, obviously, because obviously they do need. If you're just doing like 2 hours for them, that's not worth it for them.
No, exactly, and
Three
that's why I
badges is
asked
good.
if y'all had multiple panels because y'all usually do multiple panels per
Yeah.
con, and
Mhm.
that
Well,
makes
usually,
up for
usually
it.
with San Japan, we're always fine with them just giving us badges because we usually because we do so many and we always have to have help.
And there's a group of y'all too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever we're like, oh, free badges, perfect, we'll take that
just
because it's
get a
like,
room together. Yeah,
yeah,
or room with somebody. In San
yeah.
Antonio.
Yeah, absolutely. What were we talking about before?
We were
Oh yeah,
talking about his
It's your turn for the
complaint.
bads.
negatives.
It's your
That's
turn
right,
for the
What
negatives.
are
negatives.
Negatives.
yours? We haven't spoken about yours.
My negatives. Well, obviously there was shit to do on Saturday. Just
Hmm.
fucked off around like 2 because
Yeah, you
I
were
was
gone with the
bored.
wind.
Yeah, I was just fucked off for a couple hours. Just I was outside actually for a good majority of that. I saw you out there as
Is
well.
that where you
Uh,
disappeared to? We were wondering where
Bruh,
you.
yeah.
if you saw me, I was busy. I literally got stopped every 2 minutes.
No,
I
I saw.
promise you.
I saw.
Every time my friend was like, "Hey, where are you?" I said, "I'll be there in like 10 minutes." It took like half an hour for me to get back to my hotel room, which was connected to the convention center because I literally got stopped on a crosswalk for a picture. And I said, "Bro, can we at least get to the other side first? Like, I can't just stop in the middle of the
Like I don't
street.
want to be
Take a
isekai
picture."
over here.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet. Give it a couple years.
But yeah, that's my complaint, but that's more like personal, like I chose to cosplay a very popular
You
character
chose
at
to
the
be
time.
popular.
It kind of
Like it's
sucked.
not my fault. I
Like
got titties.
right, an ass. But I have another complaint, but it's more of being stopped. The only time I didn't get stopped is when I took off the fucking pigtails, put them in my backpack, and like went to go order Indian food at the River Center Mall because they still
Mm.
had food places open, and like that's the only piece I had, and that only lasted for like 10 minutes. But
So another few negatives that
Mhm.
I noticed and saw on the schedule is they didn't have the screening room this
Mhm.
year
Mhm.
for
With the anime,
they didn't have
yeah,
anime
they didn't have
screening
that.
room.
Mhm.
Like that was one of the many complaints that people had because a lot of people go to screening rooms just to chill out,
Just to
relax,
decompress, and they did
decompress.
have that last year and the year before because I remember they just had like My Hero on the TV and they had
Hmm.
like random anime on the TV, and they had it right by the retro gaming area.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, they didn't have that. You're so right.
I mean, I don't really have too many personal negatives other than the fact that there's shit to do either
Hmm.
days that we were there and whatnot. But some things that I did notice from other people talking is that
Hmm.
in Artist Alley, they like with many years have the wrestling ring right there,
It was
right next to
very in the corner.
very in the corner and very loud
Yeah.
apparently to all the vendors, all the artists there, which
Hmm.
is something that needs to be addressed. Like, that's cool.
Hmm.
Maybe put it somewhere else because artists need to hear and talk to their customers.
Yeah, to get payment, to just talk casually.
Yeah.
Usually, I thought they had the wrestling dudes like in their own room a couple years ago. I don't remember it being out in the open.
I remember it being out in the open last year.
It was out in the
Okay, I
open,
didn't go
yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know about years prior, but they did have it
Mm,
last year. They had it this year, and it's super annoying. Very
yeah.
loud.
No, because that room's big. Everything fucking echoes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
big
it's a
time.
big,
Yeah.
it's a big empty cement room.
That's what I'm saying. So everything is bouncing off the walls. Yeah.
Another thing that I noticed is that both Artist Alley and the Vendors Hall felt very crowded,
No,
very overbooked.
dude, I was shoulder to shoulder with people Saturday, and I was like, I don't even want to be in here because
It's
I
like
can't even look around.
it felt and looked disgusting.
No, yeah, and it kind of stunk. But that's every con. That's here nor there.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
always going to be somebody that's a little stinky.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
smelled quite a few there,
Like,
self-included.
well, like I got sweaty, and like what? Here's what I did. I got a little sweaty. I checked myself. I said, "I'm getting there." I went to my room, freshened up, and came back. Boom! It literally took 10 minutes. Like
Seriously,
it.
people,
If I can do
deodorant.
it, right, right.
It literally takes 10 minutes or half an hour, depending on
Less
where you
than
live.
that, right? Oh man. But yeah, the dealer's room, and then they were kicking people out early Saturday. They were kicking people out at 7 o'clock instead of 8, and then they were threatening to like take people's badges and stuff. But I'm like,
Really?
it says on the website that y'all are open until 8, so I was confused. So I don't know. There was a dude over the intercom that like kept repeating himself. I don't know how late y'all stayed Saturday, but like
5:30.
exactly, yeah. So like at like 7:30, they were talking about, hey, if you're still here in the dealer's room, we're gonna take your badge and you're not supposed to be here. But they kept saying something different every time. They kept saying if you have a 3-day pass, you could stay, but if you didn't have a 3-day pass, you had to leave. And I was like, well, I have a Saturday pass, so what does that mean? And like that's why I went on about how they don't even really check the badges as long as you have something, you're allowed to be there. So like I just kind of stood around and like I was waiting. And again, there's no staff, so I don't know who staff is, so I don't know who to ask about this, right? So I'm sitting
Yeah.
there confused the whole time. But
Yeah.
it was just stupid. I left the dealer's room, chilled in the lobby, and then I went off and went to like a hotel party or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of hotel parties, the
The
did you
cops at the door at the escalators, I got
no
by. Oh.
no because
No, I think he's talking about
I'm
the.
talking about the rave. I'm talking about the
Oh,
all ages rave to 4 a.m.
that was kind of crazy. I didn't, and that's why Sanjapan started having the after party at Bonham, which is the club a couple blocks away, which is more. It is literally adult friendly because like you have to get in, you have to be over 18,
Hmm.
and if you're 18, you get the W, the M, the minor on your hand. But 21 and up, you can get in free.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. My thing is that I'm absolutely all for a
In
rave
all
or a
ages, con.
party, an
I don't.
all age at I'm
Yeah.
absolutely all for an all ages a rave or all ages
Yeah.
rave to a certain point. Like
To an extent.
I
I think we
personally
talked
don't
about it.
think I personally
We were
don't
like,
think that a all ages rave should go
Mhm.
past 10 p.m.
No, literally,
I
I
think
was
I
even
think
going
I
to
think
say
we were talking about
midnight.
it. We were like, okay, it starts at 8:30, right? Because it's all ages, right? So the kids are definitely going to be at that, and then at 10:30, a DJ is only going to do a set for so long. And then when that DJ goes,
Oh
"Hey
yeah,
guys, thanks so much. Also, by the way, it is now 10:30. If you are under the age of this, we are going to have to ask you to leave." Blah blah blah. And it's going to take that other DJ some time to get his stuff set up, and that's when you transition into the 18 plus, and stuff like that.
yeah,
No,
and
yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's understandable because other cons do that. They do 18 plus after 10 p.m.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
totally understandable.
Yeah, the all ages DJs were probably blasting SpongeBob and Bluey all night,
Literally,
which I would be
and
down to fuck with.
like my thing was like the con. I mean the rave was cool. Um, the first two sets were cool, but by this time it's already like 1 a.m. by the other sets were coming on. They were just playing like video game music, which is fine. It's supposed to be EDM. It's supposed to be a rave, whatever, whatever. But even like the karaoke rooms, are those still open to all ages or whatever? Because they were playing like I don't want to say like explicit music, but they were playing like some crazy music.
Yeah.
What's crazy is I didn't even realize that there was like the karaoke and other
Oh
stuff
yeah,
in the Hyatt because
no,
they
I
didn't
always
really
go to that
advertise that.
stuff. Whenever the rave is happening and I don't like whatever DJ is on, I'll just go to the karaoke room and because it's on the other side. So when they make you walk through that long line or whatever to get into the rave, whenever you exit and you keep going straight down that hallway, There's karaoke, there's tabletop gaming. The tabletop gaming is 24 hours, so they don't close it, which is crazy to me. Because people just go in there to sleep. That's here
Yeah,
nor there.
that's fair.
Because but like I like the nightlife of San Japan more. That's just because I am an adult now. But
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think it would matter as an adult or as children because our group is always just so ready to just disappear and just do
yeah,
our own thing. Because we always
yeah,
usually pack like me and Jason always have our Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Josh is
yeah.
always just socially drained.
No,
Chandler's
that's how I felt when you left for a couple hours. That was me. I had to take a nap. I said I can't do this no more.
like we got back
Yeah.
to the buddy's place we were staying at,
Mhm.
and we like threw on a movie,
And just
chilled.
chilled. Yeah, that's
Went
fun.
through like Friday night.
Mhm.
Me and Josh bought like this like huge bundle of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from some vendor in where he
Mhm.
lives, and we went through all of them just like looking at what we
Just to
and then just
see.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and that's fun.
I
Yeah.
will say OnePlus Sanjapan had this weekend. There's a lot of people adult wise that appreciate Bluey because I was wearing a Bluey button up, and
Mhm.
almost like every couple steps I would hear a nice shirt, and I'd go
Nice
yeah.
shirt. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
So yeah, those are our thoughts and opinions on this year's San Japan. Overall, not a great year. Could have been a lot better. Hopefully next year will be so much better. Let's go in from this to talking about or to bringing up some fan interactions with this. So
Yeah.
here we have quite a few posts
Yeah.
on Facebook from people talking about their experiences at San Japan, and let's start with this one. So on Facebook, Julio Mares says a lot of panels were either late or canceled. Unfortunately, my biggest gripe was that the arcade had way less options
It
than
did.
it did in previous years. Didn't even see TV setups this year, which
Yep.
we mentioned. Yeah, they didn't have the screening
Yep.
setups.
They didn't have shit.
So yeah, the arcade
Okay.
that was really weird.
The arcade, mainly, y'all know Otaku Cafe, right? In San
Yes.
Antonio.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
all of their stuff that's it. If you've gone to Otaku Cafe, that's essentially what the arcade was. I'm not talking about the retro arcade, that's something completely different. But the regular arcade was literally everything from Otaku Cafe. That's it. And like if you've been there, it's the same stuff. It's DDR, it's Pump It Up, it's the other like rhythm game cabinets and everything, but they didn't have anywhere where they didn't have BYOC, like bring your own console. They didn't have anything like that. Um, at least not in the arcade area where it was like on the cement floor. In the video gaming area, like the where the MK was, the Street Fighter, I'm sure you could just bring whatever and plug into one of those. But the open arcade was very lacking in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely looks a bit lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was really weird. There were quite a few like pachinko
Yeah,
machines and like
yeah.
DDR and whatnot, but yeah, it just felt lacking of
Just compared to
spirit.
previous years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like they just didn't care. But like that's my favorite thing to do at cons. Every con I go to, I at least play one game of DDR every time, and I love it. It's my favorite thing.
I like seeing people go ham on DDR machines.
Oh
It's
yeah, they go
great.
crazy.
Our buddy Gigi is
Is good.
always it's always fun to watch him.
Okay.
My favorite thing to do is to find. I know I can always find him in there, and my favorite thing to do now is to go up to him, find him, and then go grab his bag because almost every time he's always like, "Hey, that's my bag." He goes, "Motherfucker."
Motherfucker. This guy.
Yeah. Next up, we have Mia Martinez Palacios saying, I enjoyed this year for the most part, as I love the guests, the variety of artists, and vendors as well. But here are my complaints. There's no need for wrestling to be in the artist alley. While I was buying from artists, the speaker insulted the artist there and made it hard to understand what the artist was trying to tell me. The game show panels shouldn't all be allocated on Sunday. Spread them out on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
And lastly, The cosplay show needs to go back to the Lilla Crocker. My spouse and I have missed the event for the past couple of years, and I'm tired of it. SJ needs to go back to the ticketing system where you lined up early and got a ticket you could attend.
That's
Now,
interesting. I
I've
agree
never.
about the wrestling, that it literally just felt out of place. I didn't see them actively wrestling. I did see them taking everything down. I think Saturday night, because I was like, wow, why is there wrestling here? Like this, it's a very awkward place to just throw a wrestling ring, because there's
Yeah,
no chairs. Everyone just has to stand around and look because it's like on the cement floor. It's very
yeah.
weird.
Also, wrestling at anime convention is just really weird and
It's
awkward as well.
awkward. It's an awkward placement. Like I feel like
Yeah,
Sanjapan doesn't really know the audience because who requested wrestling?
I have no idea, but
Which
it keeps
wrestling's
it keeps
cool.
coming back. But I
Don't get
don't
me
know.
wrong, it's cool.
Now the cosplay show, I'm not really big into the cosplay show, meaning I don't know anything about it. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure where it was this year, but if this Lilla Crocker place was room is a lot bigger, then yeah, the cosplay show needs to be in a massive room.
Yeah, so it has enough space to accommodate for people because
Yeah.
it if this is the headliner, you would want to make sure as many people as possible can go and see it. That's why people come.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. So next up is Albert Liu, and they
Mhm.
say, "I don't have a lot of praises for this year.
Ooh.
Yikes!
Oh,
I
that's a good
liked,
start.
I liked the artist alley, but did not like being packed like sardines there.
Oh,
Doesn't feel like, doesn't feel like no matter how wide we make the aisles, it'll never be enough.
mhm.
Opportunities for improvement. Vendors were somewhat lacking, but still appreciated what they brought in. Variety of panels. The interactive panels either only appeal to a certain niche slash fandom or conflicted with another interactive panel. The informative panels, while interesting, 75% of them involved information I feel I could have looked up easily on YouTube.
Mhm.
Fair.
Yeah,
That's
and
fair.
and that's what I was saying. A lot of panels, like if I want to just sit in and tune into a think piece, I can just pull up a YouTube video for that.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it feels like a waste of time. I don't want to go to a con and just sit there and like listen to someone like ramble and info dump. I can just watch a YouTube video. I'd
Top
rather have something interactive. Yeah.
Top 20 top 20 anime music videos.
Right, literally. Or openings, right? Like I
Like
can
this
just watch
this
that online.
this is my waifu and this is why she is the best and no one else can take her away from
No
me.
one can beat her.
Next up is Nolan Schmidt, and they say the convention was good but not amazing. How the autographs for Japanese guests were very confusing as there was no indication of which guest was sitting where, like the other guests. I saw that the convention on Saturday was slowing down earlier than usual, as if everything was stopping around 5 for some weird reason. We'll say it was a surprise to see Stephanie Nadolny was there, aka the best best voice of Kid Goku Gohan ever, in the artist alley. Plus, the tabletop and indie video game sections were amazing as always.
She was at one of the acrylic poster booths. She was just there. I
Yeah,
remember
weird.
seeing that and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?"
Tabletop is always fun because like you literally just walk up and you can just start playing something.
No,
And then
yeah,
going
absolutely.
back to this person was saying about autographs,
Yeah.
our buddy
Go ahead.
Alex was trying to find Tokyo Machine and couldn't find him. He like looked online and it was like
No, online doesn't say anything.
I even joined the guy's Discord to see if maybe he had something there, and it was nothing. I remember I like looked everywhere trying to figure out some info, and he's like, "Oh, it was over here." And like he was texting me the whole time. I was like, "Okay, well, right over there and see what happens." And he goes, "Nothing, can't find it." And I was like, "Have you asked around?" He's like, "Yep," and no one knows anything. And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, homie."
Like, oh, you're shit out of luck. All right, thanks.
Yeah,
No, yeah, absolutely. Like the the autographs for Japanese guests, they had a lot stricter of rules than the American voice actors, just because they understand that scalping is a big thing, which is
Yeah.
why they demanded no pops,
Mm-hmm.
pop figures for autographs.
Yep.
No pop figures, no custom art. Everything has
Hmm.
to be official or licensed.
Yep.
Yeah,
We could deny something if we feel like it's going to be resold. It was like a lot of like very important
No, yeah,
things.
and I feel like that's good though, because like I feel like reselling in that sense of having whatever merch signed is going crazy. It's getting out of hand. And for
I
collectors, it
can't.
doesn't
I
even feel
can't.
like collecting if you're just reselling it, because what the fuck's the point?
I can't remember what con it was, but I remember we were there. We were hosting panels. It was a small con, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this vendor was definitely his first time doing like being a vendor at a con, because he goes, "Oh shit, this guy's here. Huh, I might get this to be signed and just put it back." And I go, "You do that, and I see that, I'm reporting you."
No, literally. No, you can. You can. You can't just do that.
Yeah. And he goes, "What?" And I go, "You don't just do that, dude."
No, you can't. Yeah. No,
I
put him
was,
in his place. Talk your shit,
and
King.
he's like, "For real?" And I go, "Yeah, dude." I
Yeah.
go, "It's so scummy of you."
No, like
I want you to know, I'm gonna be coming in this. I'm gonna keep checking in on you.
I'm gonna
This
be
whole,
checking.
yeah. I was like, you better hope I don't see that shit.
I'm keeping tabs on you, brother. As
And
you
then,
should.
and I remember I like went by one time and I saw that like that pop was missing, and I was like, "Hey, where's that pop?"
Where'd it
And
go?
he goes, "Someone bought it." And I go, bought
Mm,
it, or got it signed and you sold it?" And he goes, "No, I haven't had anything signed." And I was like, "Okay."
good. Just making sure.
right. Because we don't need $200+ pops.
No, literally, I already have some pop funks that are like collectors. I have the Soul Eater ones, and I don't even want to get those signed or anything because they're collector's items. Like, why am I worrying about reselling them? Like,
Yeah,
I like it as an
I
item.
have
I want it.
I have two that was gifted to me for my birthday by Chris. They're
Hmm.
both, the only reason they're still in their box is because I'm
Yeah.
moving soon,
Hmm.
and whenever I move, they're going to be sitting on my desk at all times. That's the only
Yeah.
reason they're still in their box, is because I'm moving soon and I don't want to try to
Mhm.
package those like that.
Mine's are like double protected. They're in the original container and then they're in another plastic container.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know a lot of people do that as well.
Like it's what is it? The Soul Eater Maca and the Soul Eater Soul are like $200 online, but I'm like, I don't care. This is mine. I'm not planning on reselling it or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got quite a few regular sized pops that I
Hmm.
still have in the boxes just because.
Yeah. No, all my pops are in their boxes.
Yeah,
I don't
just
even
like
bother taking them out.
there. I take them out if I want to. I just
Oh,
haven't had any desire to take them out as of
yeah.
right now. Like there's a massive Batman pop right
On
here.
that
If you can
corner.
see, yeah,
Yeah, I can see it.
that's the only pop that I have actively out, just because he's massive and he looks amazing,
I
and I
just
probably actually need to dust him off.
like this one is in its own like protective seal, never been opened before.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out! 3 years, he's gonna sell that for $400.
Well, literally, but the thing is, like, I'm not even in my mind. The first thing, not like the first to sell something. That's not the first thought in my mind. The first thought
Hmm.
in my mind is like, damn, this is cool. I want this.
Right,
Right.
right.
Like, I don't think about reselling it because it's cool. Like, I like collector's items. It's not
Yeah,
always about like exploiting or like getting money out of people, which is why I don't even go to the dealer's room because that's all it is. It's usually stuff ripped from AliExpress or wherever the fuck. I can't do it. I can't deal with it.
oh no, yeah, absolutely. So I've got one last one, and then we can stop. So
Yeah.
this last comment is a bit longer, and it comes from Anne Maria Villarosa. So she says, "This was my fifth and unfortunately worst Sanjapan.
Ooh.
Not saying it was terrible, but there have been better. I've been a volunteer 2 to 3 years, and I wish Sanjapan would go back to a large volunteer force and not a third party polo group to handle doors and such. Some were nice, but none understood how this stuff works. lines only made sense in larger panels like Stars at Night. Others have no idea what they were aligning people for or where to put Sanjapan cares.
Mhm.
Also, if people come out of a full panel, you're supposed to let other people in. Next up, they also have to say Artist Alley had a good number of booths and good variety, but the setup was terrible, cramped and confusing. But thank God there was a ton of room for the wrestling ring that made it hard to talk to artists.
That's so funny. Every time someone says something about the wrestling,
Oh no,
always
there are a lot of people
there's
who talk
no,
plenty.
about the
Yeah.
wrestling
it's
ring.
literally just out of place. Like when I saw it, I was so confused because I saw it when it wasn't active. I saw it when they were taking it down, and I was like, "Why the fuck is that here?"
And they also say programming overall was not good, sparse and low in variety, tons of VA and VTuber stuff because the associated meet and greets make money. I know for a fact people have been requesting and submitting applications for better panels, but all get rejected in favor of what this was. From an internal perspective, I know programming is hard, and I know that the director is new. So I hope that they take this year as a learning experience.
Why are there VTuber? Dude, every con I go to, they're fucking VTuber. Why are people. I'm holding the mic because I feel so intensely about this. Why is there such a need for VTubers over actual people? Like, I'm not even trying to hate on VTubers. It's cool that VTubers are here. They're welcome. But, like, what is the point? I love meeting people in person. I love meet like voice actors and stuff. What do I care about a VTuber, bro? If I'm just gonna see a fucking PNG of them on the screen, I can do that at home on stream. Why do I want to
I
go to a con and
Hunter
see that?
Hunter asked me something about he met some VTubing people when he was talking to them for a while. And he was like, "How would you feel about them?" Blah blah. blah. And they can sit on a panel, but if they're expecting us to be like, "Hey, look, there's that VTuber," no, I was like,
No,
hell no.
right?
I was like, they
Because
want to come in and sit on a panel and attend as a guest, as a panel attendee, sure, but I'm
that's
not gonna be like,
cool.
"Oh, look, a
VTuber, ooh,
VTuber." No,
ooh,
I could care less.
VTuber. That's so fucking stupid. And it's like I don't even hate VTubers, but it's like it's just becoming a point where like it's oversaturated. I still
I
haven't even
shouldn't.
found a VTuber that I even like.
I shouldn't look at a guest list and go, "Oh, three of those people are VTubers."
Literally. And when I saw the lines waiting for the VTubers, I was like, I met this chick, like Cottontail, for example. I met Cottontail at Etchy, and I didn't know it was a VTuber because I was walking by and I heard her say, "Oh, you're so cute." And I turned, I didn't see anybody because I'm expecting a person. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna talk to a fucking VTuber, bro. I'm not gonna talk to a screen. Like, I'm not going to do that. So I turned and looked and I didn't see anybody. I kept walking and she was like, "Oh, never mind." And like my friend that was with me was like, "Hey, you know, Cottontail was talking to you." And I'm like, not only do I not know who the fuck that is, I don't care. It's a
yeah.
VTuber. I don't care.
VTubers shouldn't be the main focus of
They
a
should.
convention.
Dude, there were
Like
like seven.
they're cool, but
They're cool.
they shouldn't be the main focus.
No, because like, what the fuck is the point of going to a con IRL if you just aren't there IRL? What the fuck is the point? I'd much appreciate you. Now, some VTubers were there IRL. One was, and like they actually like shook her hand and whatever. But every other time, I would like, oh, like I want a picture, and I have to take a picture with a fucking TV screen
PNG?
in
No.
PNGs. Right? That
Mhm.
shit don't make sense. Why am I paying for this?
I might as well just fucking take a photo at home.
Literally.
Just upload a photo of you
Thank
at home
you.
on my PNG and just be like,
Just
look, oh, look at
just
me.
take a picture of me on my camera, dude. Thank you. You get it. You get it.
Yeah.
We really do hope they take this year to learn a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I mean, San Japan really is a great fucking convention.
It's a good
Yeah.
con. It really
really
is.
it really can be a good
Yeah,
con, yeah.
it can be.
But this
We
year
would
was
love to
just
continue going.
yeah, we absolutely would. But this year was just a, a real low point for them.
I feel like
Honestly.
it's been a lot of low points for a lot of cons, though.
This year especially, but
Yeah, because
I
like
think
everyone's
that's
trying to
just
bounce back.
yeah, definitely people are trying to bounce back. They're doing it in good ways, not so good ways. It's just everyone's trying to find their footing again.
Oh
And
yeah, like people are experimenting, and I'm like, maybe this isn't the time to experiment. Just stick to you. Just do you. You're fine.
just do you, boo.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
But you know, Connor's going strong in any experiments and Iki.
Icky. Icky. Ick. I haven't been icky in years. I think the last time I've been icky was probably 2019.
Yeah, that's the years. I think we stayed with us too. Funny enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, overall, this year wasn't great. It definitely could have been a lot better.
Oh yeah.
I think the food vendors that they had there, like trucks and just snacks that they had there as well, could have been a lot better. Why the
They
hell
were
were
meh.
they were selling nasty ass churros? I heard.
Dude, yeah, I no, okay. One good thing I heard about I heard the agua fresca was really good in the yellow container, like the big
Those
one.
aren't that hard to make bad though.
I know, but I didn't buy one, of course. I'm not doing that. But I heard they were good. People were selling them to me, and I was like, yeah, but I can literally go to any street on San Antonio and get an agua fresca
Yeah.
10 times better for like $5, even less.
Yeah.
So that's just because like I spent 5 years in San Antonio. Like I know where good Mexican food is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's definitely a lot better food
Oh yeah.
outside of the con
No, literally.
than within.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I will never pay overpriced food prices
Yeah,
Unless
at
we
the
have to.
hotel,
inside a
at
convention.
the con,
Unless we absolutely have to, because we're like, fuck,
you're
we're hungry.
starving.
Our
Yeah.
next
You're
panel's in
crawling
30
on the floor
minutes.
like
Our
Yeah.
next panel's in 30 minutes. We don't have time to leave. All right, fuck it. I guess we're gonna go buy these.
No, literally, and even then, there was still a McDonald's down the street.
Yeah.
It's in front of the River Center, like
Supposedly
on
the
the other side.
IHOP that's down the street too got people sick.
Dude, okay, the Denny's was good. I got Denny's Friday night, and it was pretty good at like 1 a.m. But I didn't go to I don't go to that IHOP. I think I've literally only been there once in all 5 years that I lived there.
Yeah, Denny's absolutely slaps. late
No,
at
Denny's bussin'. Oh my god, they got the 2, 4, 6, 8 menu back. I said yes,
night.
please.
But yeah, those are our thoughts on this year's San Japan. Again, those are our personal thoughts. It's not reflective of everyone, but yeah, hopefully you guys did have a much better time at San Japan than we did. Again, for us, panels are our main priority, our main go for conventions, and this year they just really did not hit at all.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people said that they had really good time at some panels. Great for you guys. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that you had that. We unfortunately just didn't have anything on Friday or Saturday that we enjoyed.
Mhm.
So yeah. Any final thoughts for this podcast, guys? Any brief words of encouragement for San Japan next year?
We'd like to come back.
Yeah, take Zero to Heroes back, please. I'll put in a good word.
Come on, let us come back. We'll do so much.
We had cool stuff to give away this year too.
Y'all give away cool stuff every panel.
We give away a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like seriously, give us a big ass room. We'll pack it up.
We were gonna test out Hunter Sack.
Oh, yeah, yo.
So we have this. It's a thing for Iki that we'll be doing. Actually, most cons. Hunter has this huge barlap sack that we're gonna put little prizes into.
And people just
And
gotta dig around.
They dig in, grab something out of her sack, and that's their prize. It'll be like
Yeah.
it won't be like if you play anything. It'll be like we'll just choose someone. We'll go into the audience, be like, yeah, reach it.
Yeah.
Tiny little prizes like matchbox cars and whatnot, something like that.
That's fun though.
Shit like that. Maybe
Yeah.
fun little shit like this.
Oh yeah, like little figurines would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, again, those are our thoughts for San Japan 2024. Hopefully you guys had a better time than we did, and hopefully you guys did enjoy our thoughts and opinions and everyone else's comments on this. And yeah, we will see you guys again in 2 weeks. So that being said, again, I am Josh. With me tonight, we had Alessandro and our girl Gladdy. Thanks for coming on, and hopefully we'll see you guys again next time. Bye.